Just noticing I've got some serious helmet head here, bike helmet head. All right, so today we are, what's this adventure? We're at
the Monte Sano State Park here in Huntsville, Alabama.
So we got the bikes out to ride around for a little bit. And first thing we came across is this Japanese garden here. Really pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
But before we get into all this, we want to go back to what we did yesterday, which was that truck. And I'm bringing this up because obviously this changes the way we travel on travel days. And so we're trying to figure this out in our brains. How's this going to work? Obviously, I know how it works, right? One person's going to drive one vehicle, one person's going to drive the other. So we have two vehicles. Now she's going to drive the Colorado. I'm going to tow the rig. And so here's our plan right now, I think. So she's going to follow me, right? She's going to stay behind the rig. I think what we want to do is, if we have to pull off the highway, or anytime we start getting into town, or when we get to our close to the campground,
right?
I think you'll just go in ahead of me and kind of do some scouting.
Yes, I will be recon.
Yeah, because here's the thing: when normally she's in the cab with me in the truck, and we can kind of navigate together, because you guys all know that sometimes navigation apps and what you see on the street, it can be a little confusing. Yes. And so you're not always exactly sure where to turn. So I think by having you in front, you can scout first. Yeah. And we can still get two pairs of eyes on where we're going. You'll just go ahead and run the RV Life Trip Wizard. Yes. In your vehicle as well. Yep. So that's where we're at. But we wanted to get your guys' opinion, because we know a bunch of you guys out there do this, where you actually have two vehicles, whether it's a motorhome and you're not actually towing your other vehicle, or whether it's a fifth wheel or just some kind of towable with another vehicle. So
right. So how do you handle that? You know, what do you do differently with two drivers compared to both of you in the same vehicle?
So we're looking for tips on how you guys do that. Those of you who have two vehicles like that, how do you do it? Give us some tips here on best practices for driving down the road when she's following, and you know, how to scout things out and so forth. We could use some advice on this. Yeah. So, all right. So that's gonna wrap up that bit, and we're gonna check out this Japanese garden and then hit the bikes a little more. You okay?
Yeah, hang on.
Do we need to find a different trail?
I might be okay. I obviously did not wear the right shoes for this. My foot got caught, and it got caught between a branch thingy and my pedal, and so actually, let me get a Band-Aid on it, because I'm blooding.
Oh my gosh, we got our first injury of the day.
But I come prepared.
We're gonna have to cut it off?
We might. Except that is not one thing that I have in my first aid kit is a scalpel.
You don't have an amputation kit?
I do not.
Man, you skinned it pretty good.
I did. Pretty much like tore my shoe off. Ugh, I know. Go big or go home, yo.
Should have known better.
I know, can't take me anywhere.
These guys are only, there was another one, but these guys are only mildly concerned that we're here. Like, they stay just far enough away, I think, where they know that they could bolt if I made any sudden movements. But other than that, they're happy to just, oh, there she is. just sit there and munch on all the leaves and stuff. All right, this is gonna be our first travel day with the new truck back there, so this should be interesting, but I wanted to bring you guys an update on this GOOLOO, what is this, an A5. This is a combined jump starter and air compressor that I picked up a while back. If you guys saw my original review, you know I was a little bit skeptic on this thing because I think I had gone through like 3 or 4 of these similar products that just kept failing every time I used them. The very first time I used them, they kept failing. But that is not the case with this one. I have had really good luck with this one, and I just wanted to bring another update on it as I'm breaking it out here to use. I was actually able to air up all 4 tires on the rig twice, and all 6 tires on the dually on a single charge on this battery, and it still had some battery left to go. So this thing is coming super handy. I love this thing. Again, I can set the pressure on this thing and walk away, and it will stop at whatever pressure I have it programmed to. The only thing I don't like about this thing, and it's really one of those minor issues, is it would be nice if they gave more of a screen timeout on this thing so that you didn't have to reset it. I pretty much have to reset it between every tire. So, but that's my only complaint with this thing. And I'm gonna get these tires aired up, and we're gonna get this travel day in the books. Have you figured out your truck situation and how you're gonna keep me out of predicaments?
I have figured out the truck situation. I got all my stuff in my tote. Keeping you out of predicaments, not quite sure. You're gonna have to do a better job at paying attention to the map.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I don't know. So when we're coming into a like big city where the exits can be kind of funky.
Yeah.
Should I get in front of you maybe?
Yeah, that's probably, I don't know. I'll let you know in those situations, but I think,
Okay.
So when we are coming into like a small town or something, when we're getting close to our campground,
Okay.
or if we have to get off of the road on something that we didn't plan.
Okay.
So head brake, for all you Navy people out there, a head brake or something like that. And
Head brake.
yeah, a head brake, head call. So that not you. Where was your mind on that? Anyway, anytime we are like coming to the end of the trip where you need to scout out or something like that.
In a trip, scout out, and possible big cities.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'll let you know, and then.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot to figure out. This guy is not going to know what's going on because he's going to ride with me, and Mom's not going to be in the truck. So
yeah.
that may be a problem too. But I would rather deal with that than a stinking crying cat. So wish us luck on this. And again, if you guys have any advice on how to do this, tips or tricks, or things that are a huge benefit to having the 2 vehicles, like having the bikes on the back of there. So yeah, if you got any tips or tricks or just advice, whatever, send it our way.
3 days later.
Well, with a name like Fort Mountain, I guess I should have assumed we were going to be doing some climbing.
Yeah, I forgot when Kate recommended this that she said it was a bit of a hike to the top, but the views are supposed to be worth it.
If I'd have known this, I'd have maybe stayed home.
This is good for you, and it's pretty.
Yeah, I guess while we're climbing these stairs, maybe it's not a great time to talk about this because we're both winded, but I want to talk about our first trip with the 2 vehicles because although it was not bad,
No.
it was definitely a little disconcerting for me because I am used to her being the co-pilot / navigator. I think I said this before, that, you know, sometimes the navigation is wonky or something happens along the way where you have to change course.
Right, detour for some reason, get off the road unexpectedly.
Right. I just felt like if something were to happen where we had to get off the road all of a sudden, came across a low bridge that was unexpected or something like that.
Right.
I don't have her sitting next to me to do what she does, which is immediately bring up like Google Maps or whatever.
Right, because if I'm driving a separate vehicle, then I can't safely investigate Google Maps and
Right.
find the closest safe spot. So,
and I think the one thing that was throwing me off the worst was I didn't have a way to immediately get your attention or get in contact with you, because trying to get on the phone when you're doing 65 miles an hour down the road, or even 35 miles an hour down the road, it's not quick. Often it's not safe. So we got the walkie-talkies out.
Yep.
Got fresh batteries in them yesterday, and that's what we're going to use from now on, I think. So we'll have to keep them in the rig and just put them on the list. So
Yep.
anyway, the first travel day was good, but I think this is the third time in this video we're asking you guys, for those of you who are doing this, please give us some tips, things that you found that are helpful, things that you found out maybe the hard way, that you won't do anymore. So just leave us some comments down there so we can learn from your mistakes and your experiences. In the meantime, we're going to continue this trek. I think, are we still going that way? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, that is the, I think, ultimate destination. That is the highest peak. Everything else will be downhill from there.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
So the tower is supposed to be open for 2 hours a day for 3 days during the month of April, but today is not one of them.
Of course it's not.
Maybe because we're like in the shoulder season, I don't know if maybe they're gonna open it up normally in May. I don't know, but today we don't get to go in. This was built sometime in the 1900s as a fire lookout tower by the Civilian Conservation Corps after a massive fire in the Pacific Northwest burned, 3 million acres?
I think so.
Yeah, 3 million acres. And so I think it was Roosevelt said, hey, the Forest Service had just been created. They decided to build these fire lookout towers so that fire spotters could alert the area, hopefully get it under control. But anyway, so
this was built in what, 1934, 1935?
Okay.
And then restored in 2015.
Yes. So at some point, the wooden portion up at the top had burned down, and so they rebuilt that. And
that's ironic, right?
Right.
All this exercise, are there no donuts or ice cream to be had up here, for crying out loud? Preferably donuts.
Well, I don't know. I didn't check out the snackages in the trading post, so.
You're a terrible tour guide.
Sorry.
You said no rain today, but I definitely hear rain.
Maybe that's just the trees shedding the overnight rain.
I'm getting a different tour guide next time.
Am I not getting a tip today?
No, not unless you find me some donuts. Find me some donuts, you get a tip. Where the hell are we? This is not where we started. Oh, I think, here, over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just got some brief drive-by footage of the campground. So we get a lot of real good footage of it, but take our word for it. Really nice.
Very nice.
Not big rig friendly.
No. But if you've got, 35 foot maybe? 32?
Yeah. There were some fifth wheels back there that looked like they were probably 32, 35 feet, something like that. That would be about the max. And I'm not sure I would be comfortable pulling that back in there. But,
and you would definitely need a strong enough truck, because there were some kind of steep inclines going in, coming out. So you want to make sure you've got enough power.
But I think in general, anything less than 30 feet, you could probably get back in there.
Yeah.
Really super nice, very secluded. Mm-hmm. What did we see? Water and power at
water and
the
power.
site.
Mm-hmm. They all had fire pits. And there's a dump station on your way out, and then scattered throughout the campground are gray water dump sites. Plus I saw a few bathhouses with nice trails leading to them, so making them very convenient for pretty much any site.
So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to stay here. We are way too big.
We're way too big.
There are some sites that we could fit in, but getting to those sites would be a no-go.
Yeah.
Mostly because there's some pretty severe like hairpin turns
Yeah.
navigating through the campground. So we are on our way to where? I already forgot. You told me and I forgot. Sounds like you
Big
forgot.
rock trail, maybe. This skirts the ridge, goes down into a valley, which I think is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
And there are supposed to be some nice cascades and waterfalls with beautiful wildflowers in the spring. We got some pretty good rain the last 2 nights, so
Yeah.
hopefully there will be some fall action.
All right. When you said fall action, water,
It was meaning,
not us.
yes. Waterfall, not slip and fall.
right.
It's very refreshing, but
A little chilly?
yeah.
Too bad you don't have your mountain goat shoes
I
on. huh?
know. I wasn't even thinking,
Obviously.
because I switched them out, and I've been wearing these ones for our non-existent walk around the campground.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh well.
oh well.
All right. Well, the tour guide came in big on this one, huh?
I redeemed myself.
Not there was only a donut stand up here.
That is true. We'll have to put that in the suggestion box when we leave.
So I was cursing the rain last night as we were trying to sleep and it was so loud.
Yeah.
But that made it worth it.
Yeah, this is pretty out here.
Yeah, I still wish somebody would have warned me about all the climbing.
I didn't think we were gonna do this much climbing.